As you tuck into your steak or lamb roast, there's a warning you should savour the taste. The Food Safety Authority set to axe government meat inspectors, prompting fears the quality of cuts of beef and lamb will suffer. Catherine Wedd explains, and note there are some graphic images in her report.
Firing up the barbie and tucking into a juicy steak is hot on any holiday menu. But before meat reaches your dinner plate, it needs a stamp of approval, a process that could change if the Food Safety Authority axes government inspectors, who currently ensure kiwi meat is safe.
If we're not there, there is nobody to make sure that they do it right. It's like taking the policeman out of the community.
Over the next 6 months, some meat companies will trial doing their own inspections. And if successful, hundreds of independent government inspectors could be culled permanently, prompting fears it will undermine the quality of New Zealand meat.
Well, the company is totally motivated to not cut the corner, but to ensure that it is done properly.
The Food Safety Authority says meat inspectors are often not needed because sometimes it's a question of quality rather than safety.
Is it a food safety issue to have pieces of wool and grass seeds and those sorts of things? Do we really need a government inspector who's in the plants monitoring those sorts of things?
Meat Inspector Keith Gutzel says this carcass would have to be condemned because it has cysts all over it. He's worried meat company employees are not qualified to identify such problems.
Meat company employees, who would then be responsible for removing those contaminants, would simply wash it off or they would scrape it off with their knife. Now, those contaminants would be microscopic and would end up in the boning room and would then end up overseas.
The Food Safety Authority says New Zealand's major trading partners like the UK and US are also considering meat inspection reform. But the difference with these countries is that they mainly supply their local markets, whereas here we export most of our meat, so it needs extra careful examination. And as millions of kiwi lambs are slaughtered over the next few months, meat companies will be trying to prove their own inspections are top quality. Catherine Wedd, One News.